Hey everybody, it's Louie down here doing what I really enjoy doing, fishing on the national seashore. The wind is kind of let up a little bit. I don't know what's today, Thursday, the 8th? I think it's the 8th. Anyway, I haven't caught anything yet, just caught a couple of catfish. Just to say thanks to everybody for liking me and subscribing me. It's awesome. I really appreciate it. Gives me a big smile. I'm just going to keep working on this. Hopefully if I catch something I can video something, or not, just video the beach. It's nice being here. The water's, I don't know, it looks like it's maybe 3 to 4 foot, and the wind's not blowing hardly at all, maybe about 5 miles an hour, which is awesome. And the beach driving was a little rough coming in until, heck, once you get past about the 25, so far the driving's been really nice, really easy. But of course, I guess the tide's going out, so it probably makes a big difference. Anyway, I'll check in a bit. Well, I finally caught something other than a hardhead. I already caught like 5 or 6 hardheads. And then finally a whiting. I don't know. Anyway, better than the hardhead. Maybe I make a few more casts here. I'm down here, where am I at? I don't know, 33, 34 miles, give or take. I'll make a few more casts here if I can catch a few more of these and maybe have some for bait. That would be good. Well, here, how about a double of hardheads? Double. Ugh. Come on. I don't know what's going on here. A lot of hardheads, I do know that. Usually not when the water's pretty nice. You don't catch a lot of hardheads, but that sure seems to be what's going on now. Anyway, somebody wanted to know what kind of rods and reels I was using, what kind of leaders. I'll do that in a little bit. Show whoever wants to know. Let me get these things off here. Oh, looks like I'm getting a bite there. Let's see what it is. That was on cut whiting. I ended up sacrificing that whiting. There was a bunch of seagulls, not seagulls, but what are those birds? Pelicans here working. Probably not very big. I don't know, feels pretty good. We shall see. Hi everybody. I'm gonna get all tangled up here. No. Rookie here, rookies. What do we got? Oh, ladyfish. Ladyfish. Ladyfish and a tangled up bunch of rods. Alright. You can see that. Good for bait, that's about it. Shark bait. Other baits, I guess. I'll let him get them off there. Got something here. I don't know what it is here. Who knows? Let's see. Pulling pretty good. I don't think it's really big, but let's see what it is. It was on either cut whiting or the ladyfish, skipjack. Wow, that's a big old whiting. Look at that. Let's check them out. Oh yeah, nice one. It's like a cannibal. He ate whiting. Oh, very good. All right. Somebody asked me a while back what kind of rods and reels and all that stuff, what I was using. So I have two breakaway LDXs, and they're good for, they're 13 feet, 60-pound shock leader, and they're good for 15 to 25-pound line, up to 5 ounces of lead. Works good. I think it's been replaced by a new model called the Ballista. The Ballista actually has casting guides, also spinning guides. It's universal. And the reel I have on this guy is an Achios 757 CTM spooled with 20-pound test and 60-pound shock leader. And then I have another LDX with this what is this, 6500 pin spinning reel with 20-pound test line and 60-pound test shock leader. Then I also have a breakaway HDX, which it casts up to 8 ounces of lead. I got on it 20-pound test also with 60-pound shock leader with the Achios 757 also CTM. And then on this guy, this one is a Penn International 975. I got that thing for 70 bucks. It was on sale. And I think they go for new about $275. I don't even know if they make it anymore. But the only thing I didn't like about that reel was the level wind. It never worked right. I replaced it like all the parts 2 or 3 times and it never worked. And I got that on an Omega 10.6 breakaway rod also. And then this other rod, I think this is a Abu Garcia 5500 on a Shimano Claris rod, which I've had for 20 years. And that one actually just has 17-pound test line on there. And I'll show you those leaders in just a minute. I gotta go fish somehow. So, okay, here for leaders I use, like if I'm fishing for pompano or whiting, I always fish for that, but exclusively I just use 30-pound test and these, what are these, 3/0 hooks. Use these T-knots. I don't like to use a whole lot of hardware on my leader. I don't like a lot of beads and all that other stuff. I just, seems like it's never worked for me. And they look like that. And they look okay. In fact, I'll put a link in there to, there's a young man that he'll show you how to tie them. He's better at showing than me. And I just sit there sometimes and just tie a bunch of them so they'll be ready to go. 30-pound test for lighter use. And then I started, after a couple years ago, we started having for a while we had these smooth puffer fish, and they could grind through this 30-pound test like it was butter. So I started tying some 80 pounds leaders, or like toothy critters, or those things. Man, those things are just terrible. Anyway, I hope that covered everything. If not, shoot me a message and or a comment, and I can go over whatever. Hopefully I'll remember to put that link in the description on how to tie these T-knots. They work really well. I have yet to have one fail or give way. And I caught jacks on them and different sharks, stuff like that. They do work pretty well. Here's a little better view of these leaders. I saw that on my video. It looks, you can really see them. Anyway, it just starts out with a snap swivel to hook your weight on, and these have 4/0 hooks on here. I usually make them with the 80-pound test 4/0 hook, And there's a snap swivel on that end. And with the 30-pound test, I usually go with the 3-aught hook, a little bit smaller. And that's what it looks like. And they work pretty well. Well, just to let everybody know, that shark broke off at the shock leader. I don't really understand why. It had a big wad of grass on there. Maybe that seaweed, maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. I don't know if y'all could see that. Anyway, that's the first time I've ever had, well, no, that's the second time I ever had a shark leader not fail. Never know, I guess. Well, it's starting to get a little bit late. Guess I'm gonna have to start looking for a place to sleep, place to camp. I stopped here with this gut runs right through here. There was a lot of just skipjacks that were working in there. Couldn't really tell from the truck until I walked up on them. They're feeding on these little anchovies or something. Not really sure. Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of debris here on the beach. All kinds of junk. Looks like it's been here for quite a while. It's probably the stuff that came in earlier this year. It's still here. Beach truck is pretty good, man. So it is a little tired. It'll be interesting to see what it's going to be like in the morning. Well, I guess I'll see because I'll be here. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, May the 10th. Or I said yesterday was Thursday, May the 8th, which it was, and it was May the 9th. Anyway, who cares? Who cares what day it is anyway? So getting ready here to get started. So we can catch some fish. Beautiful morning. Light bit of onshore wind, maybe, I don't know, 5 miles an hour. And it looks like the surface calmed down a bit since yesterday, and the water's still clear. So let's get a few rods in the water and see if we can make something happen. Well, nothing but hardheads here. Dag nabbit. Anyway, through the spoon. Silver spoon, 5 or 10 casts, not even nothing, no takers. So we'll be moving on and around. Keep hunting them. I'll check back in if anything exciting happens. Let's hope something exciting happens. Not like yesterday where I hooked that shark and almost got spooled. I'm almost thinking that shark, he must have been foul hooked, because when I got him up where I could see him, he wasn't really that big. And I've caught sharks that size and bigger, and they didn't put up a fight near that like that. So I'm thinking he was foul hooked. Driving this morning on high tide is pretty tough. Driving up here in the high road, and it's not easy going at all. Just take it easy and four-wheel drive, you'll make it out. I did pull some people out yesterday that were stuck down here. I don't know how they got stuck, but they were stuck pretty bad. It happens. Happens. Yikes. Somebody left their teepee. Teepee. gotta watch out. Low tide, easy going. High tide, not so much. Something I never noticed before. You see these coyote tracks? I just noticed they're in where people have driven, in the ruts. One walking over here. One's walking over here in the ruts. Interesting. Well, this is a first for me here on the beach. It looks like a survival suit. Immersion suit, it says. Immersion. It's got booties, gloves. And I wonder what its story is. Well, looks like Louie's headed home. Nothing but hard heads and weed, except for yesterday. We had that shark on for a while. That was fun. Of course, it's always a bonus being out of the house, right? A bonus if you catch fish. It's just great being down here at the beach. So with all that being said, Louie is out, headed to the barn.